I will say that I remain very optimistic about the India's growth story. Government has made a kind of an ecosystem where I would say that entrepreneurship is at its best as on date. We can see the growth in startups also as well as unicorn also, and this is getting exactly reflected in terms of the growth in the wealth of the individuals. The best part is that I foresee that this growth story is going to continue for India, as the story I would say has just begun. The very fact that we enjoy the largest number of demographic dividend in the world in the form of largest number of youth is a reflection of the fact that the story is here to stay, and I see a great time going forward. See, one has to understand that when we look at India, there are two major factors which I think drive India apart from any other nation in the world. Number one, we remain a soft power. By soft power, I mean that the country has a clarity of, keeping a check on its expansionist policies. We don't believe in our territorial expansionism, and that's the reason we see that we are not a threat to any nation in the world. So this is also related to the fact that this creates trust and confidence in the minds of the other nations, that here is a nation which can be relied upon, which can take a neutral position whenever it comes to taking tough decisions in terms of anything that is taking place across the world. Today, we are already witnessing that there is a Russia-Ukraine war taking place for a while, and it is only India as a country or nation to which both these heads of these two countries are in a position to talk and make requests that how this situation of war can end. So I think India has a much larger role to play going forward, and the very fact that the world sees it as an emerging power is a reflection in itself that India is here to stay. And I think the path towards becoming a superpower, it may seem so that it may take around 40-50 years from now, but I tell you the pace at which we are growing, I think it can well be achieved even in next 25 years. One has to understand that whenever an international agency is looking at a country, it looks at its economic environment as well as the political environment. India has displayed for the last one decade that it has a stable political environment, and here we see that there is a government which is focusing on the digitization of the economy. When we talk of digitization, it means that the country is reflecting its policies towards a transparent system. And this is what any country or any person from any other part of the world would like to see, that here is a financial system which is well regulated by the government also, by the Reserve Bank of India also, and the price or the inflation part is well kept checked under control. When we see that majority of the countries in the world are facing inflation issues, and the most beautiful part about our country is that we are registering economic growth on a year-on-year basis, and the way forward also seems to be quite clear in terms of trajectory, where the world sees it that the story is here to stay and it is not going to end in the near future.